that is being launched today. Mayor Patricia Dellile, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Vuyo.
Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. So, is this a landmark day for transportation in Cape Town?
It is a landmark day for transportation in the country. Cape Town has become the pioneer of the implementation of the National Land Transport Act. So we got the support of national government, of provincial government. And, this is also a great investment into the people and the quality of life of the people of Cape Town. And also good investment for economic growth. So out of the 2.5 billion that we received from national government, we will be spending 1.6 billion of that onto providing transport services to poor people.
How is that going to work, just in terms of transportation for poor people? What are the key elements for you?
You know how apartheid divided us with spatial planning? People have been far removed from each other. We want to build that inclusive, caring city by giving a transport network that can take people around from one place to the other, and we have that integration. And how it's going to work is that, you won't have to then pay for a taxi, pay for a train. We will have the smart card that we're already introducing in Cape Town. You load money on there and you can use any mode of transport. But it will also make transport so much faster for people with one schedule, a choice of different nodes that you can use, and much, much more cheaper, affordable, and also safe for commuters in Cape Town.
When does the smart card kick in?
The smart card, we're currently doing a pilot study now together with South African banks, and we've already started with it in Cape Town. We're at a stage now where we are beginning to roll it out, where people can leave the smart card on the trains with Metro Rail and Prasa, where they can later on also use it on the taxis, use it on the buses. And it's so exciting because people have already, more than 1 million people in Cape Town have already bought the cards. So we are excited that we could pioneer this, and we've also invited other cities to join us today, and so that we will go and try and test the whole new system, the implementation of the National Transport Act, and then we can share it with the rest of the country.
Yeah. Just in terms of the buses and the smart card with Metro Rail, it's easier, isn't it? Because the system has been centralized and it's one organization, Metro Rail in this instance, or the Golden Arrow bus service, for example.
The beauty is that the National Transport Authority is going to manage all of this. But at operational level, you're going to have the taxis operating, you're going to have the buses operating, the train operated by different operators. And so everybody, consortiums come in, everybody's going to benefit it, including the minibus taxis. And that's the beauty of it, because people now realize that you need feeder buses to bring people to bus stations and to train stations, and the taxis are the most valuable source to be those feeders. And so we sat down long hours for you, negotiated, and finally everybody has bought into this idea.
Even the taxi industry?
Even the taxi industry, they are already working with us on the My City bus route going out to Tableview, Atlantis in the noon, and now they're going to work with us when we're going to take the My City bus to the southeast of the city, which will then connect Khayelitsha, Mitchell's Plain, Makassar, all of the informal settlement areas on that side of Cape Town. By December 2013, we will have that route up and running, and everybody has bought into it.
Yeah. Just in terms of the smart card, how is it going to work with the taxis?
Well, with the taxis, a certain device needs to be fitted, like the same device that you will use in a bus or that you will use on a train. And even that, some taxis are already agreeing to pilot with us at the system. Yeah.
This taxi associations.
Taxi associations have bought into it completely, and they are all on board.
Yeah. Just in terms of the launch then today, where to from here?
Well, Vuyo, this is just the beginning. We are complying with the National Land Transport Act. The thing is, it's a partnership between national government, provincial and local government, and national government has come to the party big time. National government is so excited that we're pioneering this. And then thereafter, what we have to do is to plan and roll out the different phases. The whole rollout will take more than 5 years, but we're targeting the areas where there's at the moment a blockage, an overload, like the southeast of the metro. You must see the trains coming into Cape Town. It's over capacity, and so we're going to bring some relief there first. So we've got the whole plan that we will be announcing today, where it's going to be, but our emphasis is on building that inclusive city and making sure that we connect poorer areas to the city.
Will it be affordable? Because affordability is a big thing. Connecting the poorer areas with the rich areas, the wealthier areas of the city. What kind of fair delineation is going to work?
Affordability and safety is the key issue and emphasis for us in rolling out this transport system. But at the moment, government is subsidizing the trains and the buses, and this transport authority will then receive the subsidies from national government that will subsidize, because if you want affordable transport system, it needs to be subsidized. And even from the city of Cape Town, we're going to do our bit to make sure that we keep the fares as low as possible, because the bigger picture is that we want to connect people. We want people to move around the city, and therefore it has to be subsidized.
So the subsidy will not go to the operators anymore, it will go to the authority first.
The subsidy will go to the authority. The authority will then distribute it to the various different operators, because there are going to be more than one or two operators, because we also want to bring a bit of competition in. And so definitely the transport authority will control the subsidy. We have to account to national government about how many passengers we move. And so it's a complete partnership, between the three spheres of government that's going to make this exercise successful.
Do you know if there's any progress in subsidizing the taxi industry as well?
Well, now that the taxi industry is part of the one integrated transport system, indirectly they will also be subsidized. Just about a month ago, we paid out about 40 million rand to some of the taxi owners who feel that they're not interested to get into the system, and so they will be indirectly subsidized, because the passengers get subsidized and not anymore the operators.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Patricia Dellile is the mayor of the city of Cape Town, joining us this morning.